Good morning from Snake Mountain Boat Works on Monday, July 17. Here's an update on the 1959 17-foot Chris-Craft Sportsman. As you can see, John is having more fun than the rest of us applying a second coat of bilge paint to the bilge. Oftentimes people try to get by with one, and no matter how adept you are at painting, all you're asking for is trouble, because you'll see holidays and ghosts and you're trying to protect the wood. So I'll hand it over to John and he can take you through what he's been doing, and it's quite a bit on the Sportsman for the last all of last week.
After fitting the planks and the covering boards and making sure there was an anchor point for everything, I re-strengthened what framing I had that was loose underneath it, and then I put bilge paint on the front deck. I'm bilge painting the bilge of the boat, and as I get finished up in the back, I'll bilge paint the back deck also. And of course, after the bilge paint is done, these two boards on the inside right here, I'm going to stain them out, stain the center console, and get that back in, and then I can start piecing the boat back together, putting covering boards on deck planking.
And people keep asking us about toothpicks. See all the little white dots? John, why don't you explain why we toothpick every empty hole?
The reason we toothpick all the old screw holes is just that. They're old screw holes, and some of them were holding good and some of them weren't. Well, it's not nice to put all the boards back on and find out that some of them hold and some of them don't. So we toothpick everything. It gives us a good solid hole to put our screw back into, and if we do end up in the old holes, they're nice and tight. We can lock down the boards. And of course, with 5200 underneath the boards, once they're locked down, a matter of 24, 48 hours, and they're not going to move.
And if I remember right, a couple of these battens on the foredeck were positioned such that the deck screws went down and totally missed them?
Yes. For some reason or other, they didn't line up the cleats real good. Frame's good with the boards, and when they screw one side of it down, they screwed it too close to the edge or middle, and then the other board missed the cleat completely. So then when you bung the boards, you end up with loose boards. That's not good.
Then back here on the corner, why don't you explain the other error? That you discovered and have addressed. This is an issue that right from the factory.
These corners right here were quite loose, and I put in wedge strips and glued them all in. I also made solid pieces. I should get them. I made solid pieces for in here for the other boards to attach to. Yeah, these are little strips of wood in here, and they didn't even hit the right spots on the board, so it left the boards floating in the centers before this covering board would go on. So what I did to make that all solid is I made these pieces of wood right here that go in there, get screwed in, and they make that all solid.
Wow.
So that makes it nice and structural also, rather than this being able to twist. It can't really move right there.
No.
So, and so that's what we've been up to.
So once John stains the interior trim board at the top of the topsides and the pass-through piece, we'll be ready to put planks on. Then we'll be sanding the planks down, and before you know it, we'll have stain on her. Well, that's the update on the 1959 17-foot Chris-Craft Sportsman. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now from Snake Mountain Boat Works.